Now 7:50. There's a warning that thousands of Britain's parks could fall into decline or even end up being sold off.
Yes, it's all to do with the way that they are funded. Breakfast Tim Muffet can tell us more, and he's at Walsall Arboretum in the West Midlands for us this morning, which has been looking glorious. Morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. A much loved local spot, this Walsall Arboretum, been here for around 150 years. But the thing is, there is concern, as you say, that many parks' future and maintenance is under threat. The Heritage Lottery Fund have been looking into this issue, and they've come up with their first in-depth report into the issue. And here are some of their main findings. 86% of park managers across the UK say their budgets have been cut in recent years, and they fear that that trend will continue, which would have an impact on the maintenance of those parks. 45% of local authorities say they are considering selling off or disposing of many of their parks and green spaces, which would in effect transfer the responsibility to someone else. But yet 70% of local authorities and parks say their visitor numbers have actually gone up, so more people are wanting to go to parks. Here to explain more of these findings is Drew from the Heritage Lottery Fund. Drew, what is the situation? I mean, inevitably budgets have been squeezed in all sorts of areas, haven't they? Why should parks be different?
Well, I think we're not naive. We realise that local authorities are having to make some pretty tough choices. But this report's really talking about the fact that we've got some fantastic parks in this country, and there's a real concern that we're just beginning to see the signs of some decline setting in here.
What are those signs then?
Well, it's interesting. If you walk around a park, many people think, well, the grass has been cut, the litter picked up. But if you start looking closely, you'll see that the lakes maybe haven't been dredged, or the woodlands aren't being managed. The toilets have maybe closed, or the cafe shutting early. And they're all signs that parks are really beginning to struggle.
Do you think then that there should be a different way of funding parks?
Well, absolutely. I think the old model of the local authority providing all the park and the park services, we really need to think about how that works. And I think local authorities have got a job here to maintain these sites, but I think they need help, and I think that can come from maybe from the public sector or from communities getting more involved. So we've been working with the innovation charity Nesta to look at how parks might be funded in the future.
Okay, thanks very much indeed, Drew. Let's have a quick chat to Louise. You're the manager of this park here. What challenges do you face in keeping this as lovely as it's looking today?
I think we've been very fortunate here because we've had investment from the Heritage Lottery Fund through the Parks for People programme. So we've had an £8 million restoration programme delivered over the last 4 years. The challenge is for us to maintain that investment and sustain a high quality. So it's very important for us to have the ongoing maintenance funding to do that, and to look at further development across the site as well.
Yeah, and the challenges you face here are the sort of challenges which park keepers and managers face across the UK, I guess, aren't they?
Yes, I think so. The biggest challenges we face will be declining maintenance budgets and a reduction in frontline staff.
Okay, Louise, thanks so much indeed. We'll have a chat a bit more about this a little later on. It's literally looking lovely this morning, but as Drew and Louise were both saying, concerns about the future and the funding of parks, and real questions as to what is the most effective way to make sure parks are as lovely as this one is looking this morning.
Yes, it really is, isn't it, Tim? Thank you very much. We'll be back with you a little bit later. Thank you.